We're at 10. Let's make it go to 15. 2, 1, 15 seconds. That's usually what it takes to start on this thing, somewhere around there. How's it going, everybody? Some guy who cooks here, and I'm live for today's episode. I already posted an episode or two earlier in the week, and I hope you got a chance to see those. One of them is going to come in handy. It's the crouton episode, making homemade croutons using ciabatta bread and some spices and some oil and stuff like that. Super good croutons. I actually toasted them back up. If you watch the episode, you know how many I made. You can see there aren't many left because they're really good. But tonight, we're going live, and we're making Caesar salad. We're using fresh ingredients. We're actually going from scratch with the anchovies and everything. I'm going to admit, this is something I have never done, so I really look forward to it. Again, my show here is, I have some chops in the kitchen, if I do say so myself, but there are a lot of things I don't know how to do, and there are a lot of things I was never trained to do. So really, I like showing that anyone can do this, and that's what tonight's episode is really showing. And there's a great way we're going to show that. By the way, I see Grey Wolf has jumped in. Huzzah! Hello, good to see ya. But before we go on, just to really emphasize the fact that anybody can do this, I do have a guest for tonight's show. The first time ever that I'm having a digital guest who's going to be joining from afar and cooking as well. Everybody, welcome, give a warm welcome to Jasper. Hello, Jasper. How's it going?
It's going well. How about you?
It is going awesome. I'm so glad to have you here, buddy. Jasper is a fantastic fan. You have been around for a little while now watching my videos, and you make sure you like and comment on so many of them. And you were actually the one who won the old electric griddle of mine before I got my Blackstone. So
yes.
On that, I'm glad to have been able to pass that down on to you. And I hope you have a lot of fun with that. And now today you're joining us to make Caesar salad. I know when I announced Salad Month, you seemed really excited about making a Caesar. So you asked me about several times. So I'm glad to be doing that with you. We have a few more people jump in. I see Tina's jumped in. Huzzah! Glad you're here. Oh, and everybody else, please, let's give a huzzah to Jasper as well.
Huzzah!
Glad you're here with me, buddy. Let's see here. Grey Wolf says, hey, Jasper. Crystal
hey,
says,
Grey Wolf.
guest. Huzzah to you as well, Crystal. So let's get that energy up. Everybody, glad people are jumping in, and we're about ready to get started, I think, here. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into a Caesar salad, but it's actually not that much. It's mostly just oils and fats. We're using two kinds of oils tonight, Jasper. What kinds do you got there? Because I've got olive oil and I've got canola oil.
We have olive vegetable.
You have olive and vegetable.
And we have vegetable too.
Perfect. So we've got two oils. A lot of vinaigrettes use oil, and usually you only use olive oil because it's got a great flavor and it gives you a perfect balance with the vinegar and stuff like that. But the reason we want two oils for this one is because there are a lot of fats and flavors going on in a Caesar. So really the olive is to give it a little bit more of a creamy texture, but without making it too much of that flavor and detracting from the other ones. That's why we only use a little bit of oil. And then we have the neutral oil, like vegetable oil or canola oil, to really just give us that extra, the extra content in this. So without chatting everybody's ear off even more than I already have, let's go ahead and get started. What do you think?
Sure, sounds good.
Very cool. So first things first, you got your bowl?
For the dressing, yes.
Awesome. So the first thing we're going to put in the bowl is actually our egg yolks. Okay? So we're using 3 egg yolks here, and we're going to put them down into our bowl.
Right, got that.
All right. And go ahead and break those apart if you haven't, or if they didn't break when you threw them down into the bowl.
Right, here we go.
And I pop down here for you guys. I'm using a little spatula so I can get all the ingredients out, but yes, we do want to mix with the whisk. If you've got one, you could also use a fork to get everything nice and creamy. So give the egg yolks a little bit of a whisk so that they're nice and creamy. And next thing we're going to add here, we also want a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. So we both got Dijon mustard here. I got a little bit of Dijon. The Dijon I have here is a blue cheese Dijon that I came across a few months back, and it's been, I've used some of it, and it's really good. But I'm excited to see how it plays in this. Dijon is a very strong flavor. That's why you only really need about a teaspoon of it. And we're going to get that right down in our egg yolks, and we're going to mix that in as well. So go ahead and give that a good mix there too, Jasper. And if you have any questions or comments or anything while we're going, please don't hesitate. Everyone watching, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't, comment as well. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. And also, please share this with your friends if you get the chance. Jasper, how you doing there?
Doing well. I got my mustard in.
Got your mustard in? Perfect. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to set my bowl to the side a little bit, and we're going to take advantage of the cutting board where we're going to get to work with our garlic and our anchovies. So we want about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to kind of eyeball it. I'm going to use my fork here to really just kind of grab that. That's probably more than 2 to 3 cloves, but I love garlic, so I'm going to use this nice big forkful, and I'm going to set it right down on my cutting board. Now you have full cloves, Jasper?
Yeah, I have full cloves. I'm gonna mince them right here in the food processor.
Awesome. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So throw those in your food processor as well as your anchovy fillets. So we want a full tin of anchovy fillets, 2 ounces, drained. So we don't want any of that extra olive oil in there, just the anchovies as they are. Go ahead and throw those in that processor and give them a blitz so they're a nice little paste. And I'll go ahead and I'll do it on my board here with the fork. That's why I got the pre-mince. It's a lot quicker. And I wasn't using the food. And if you need to chop these, grab a knife so I can chop these anchovies with the garlic.
Right, there we go.
If we were racing, you would beat me. So Jasper, once you got a good paste there, go ahead and put that anchovy garlic paste into your bowl and mix it around with what you've got. Whisk it in there nice and good. And while you do that, I'm going to continue to do some chopping here. And now I'll get on the fork and I'll just kind of squash these guys up so that I have a good paste. Don't worry, guys, I'm not hitting the edge of that blade with my fork when I'm scooping everything off. I'm just getting all the extras off. So there we go. We've got a nice paste we're making here with our anchovies and our garlic. And this is really what gives us the bulk of our flavor in this dressing, you know. So I'm not one who's ever really consumed anchovies in vast quantities, but I see that they have a really high amount of flavor. They also have a lot of nutrients. So there's a lot of good stuff in anchovies. And as you can see, I've got a nice little paste here. How's your paste, Jasper?
Getting some more in.
Okay.
There we go. Getting some more. Maybe a little bit extra. There's still a little bit in there that I need to get. That's kind of on the side. But,
all right, cool.
But we're getting
it's shaping up pretty well on my end with the paste. It does take a little bit of time, everybody. And let's see. I see we've got someone else jumping in. We've got the Northwoods RV Life. Huzzah! Thanks for being here, guys. Good to see ya. We're making Caesars tonight. Unfortunately, we're not using the Blackstone, but that's okay. Not every recipe has to be on the Blackstone. Tonight, we're making a delicious Caesar salad dressing, a traditional Caesar. And if you're just catching up right now, we are mashing our anchovies with our garlic to make a nice blended paste here. So my paste is pretty much done here. How's yours looking, Jasmine?
Mine's done in the bowl.
Yours is done and in the bowl? Okay, go ahead and get it mixing and start whisking that together nice and smooth with the rest of your ingredients. What I'm going to do here, guys, as you can see, I'm just going to get it onto the fork here. I'm going to bring my bowl back down. I'm going to bring it into the bowl. Boom, ploop it right on down there as much as I can get. And whatever I can't get, I don't want to exactly leave it on my cutting board because that is fish. It's not an ideal thing to have it just sitting in your cutting board. So especially when you got a wood one like I do. So make sure you at the very least get a sponge to wipe it up.
I have mine. Mine is done.
Perfect. You're all mixed in?
Yeah, it should be good.
Awesome. Okay, so the next step, Jasper, the next thing we're adding is our lemon juice. We want 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and mix my anchovies into the egg yolks and mustard. As you guys can see, it's really mixing in here well. That paste it's perfect. It's just kind of emulsifying with those eggs and with the paste we made and the mustard. It's working great. So like I said, next up is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can use fresh lemon, or you can use some of that bottled stuff. That's what I got here, just because it's easier to measure tablespoons that way. And again, we're going to just emulsify it. Give it a nice mix with your whisk.
All right.
You want to do this every step of the way. And it should have a very good, smooth consistency. You might have a few small pieces of anchovy in there, but it should be relatively smooth otherwise. After our lemon juice, we want 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I see Elizabeth has jumped in. That's my mom. Hi, Mom! Huzzah! Glad you're here. We love your salads. And those croutons are amazing. You're right. They are amazing croutons, and we're going to enjoy every bit of them. So, like I said, after the lemon juice, you're going to get your 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use extra virgin or whatever you got. You know, I've got some extra virgin. That's the type I'm usually able to find. And we're going to just, once again, mix it right on in. Get everything nice and creamy. How does yours look right now, Jasper?
Currently mixing it.
Awesome. Do you care to hold it up to the camera?
Sure. All right.
Don't spill it. Awesome.
There you go.
Looking good. Looking good. All right. After that olive oil, we're now going to add half of a cup of our vegetable or canola oil. Just any neutral oil you have, you want a half of a cup of it.
Half a cup of vegetable. Cool. All right. So half a cup.
The neutral oil, once again, is not adding flavor because we've already got so many flavors and so many fats going on in this dressing. The neutral oil here is to really add bulk.
Hi, Elizabeth. She said hi to me.
You said hi. Let me put it up there so everybody else can see. There you go. Boom. And I see in the kitchen with Karen has joined us. Hello there, Karen. She says, hey, Brett, can't stay, but wanted to say hi and give you a thumbs up. You love homemade teachers. You know, I love them too. Well, at least I'm pretty sure I'm going to love them. Thanks for jumping in for a moment, Karen. Great seeing you. Huzzah to you as well. And make sure you say hey, huzzah to Jasper.
Hey, guys. Huzzah.
That was an unenthusiastic huzzah. You can do better. Huzzah! There we go. All right.
Much better, huzzah.
That was much better. It really was. All right. So you should see this should really be coming together very creamy and very nice. This dressing is going to have sort of a yellow tint to it, you know.
There it is, guys.
It's smelly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Doesn't it look great? It's real creamy, real smooth. And we're almost there. Hey, there we go. Karen gave you a shout out there, Jasper.
Hi, Karen.
All right. So there are only a few things we need left in our dressing, though. And first thing is some black pepper, which you can freshly ground it, or you can add whatever you got, and you really just add this to taste. So I'm going to add probably about a teaspoon's worth.
So a teaspoon. How much is that, Mom? Grind it. Here, I'll put another.
I have enough to kind of cover the top, but a light layer. So I'll bring it a little closer so you can see add about that much.
Oh, I definitely need more.
Just mix it on in enough that I can see a few little added black specks from adding that black pepper in the salad dressing here. And along with the salad dressing, you also want a couple tablespoons of your grated Parmesan. So I have a
grated Parm
here. And this is also kind of to taste. I like a lot of Parmesan in my Caesar. So I'm going to add more than just a couple little tablespoons. I'm going to add a good, strong pinch of our Parmesan here to the bowl. And actually, I'll make that 2. So 2 tablespoons, I'm going to add 2.
Hey, Brett, we good? All right. Let me just put this down a little bit, and that should be good.
That's looking good.
Show them what you got. All right, now we got our parm.
Perfect. You're grating it by hand. Awesome.
Right. I like a lot of parm in my salad too.
I do too, and that's why we definitely add some of it to the dressing, and then we can also add some of it in the end on top of our salad as kind of a garnish, but also for flavor as well.
Where do you think? When do you think will be good?
I think that's probably a good start.
All
I
right.
can add more later.
Good.
So here's mine,
All right, here's
You
mine.
gotta mix it, buddy.
and there's Jasper's.
I'm gonna mix it now.
And once you got that all mixed, the next step is our lettuce. So I believe you said you have romaine, right?
Yes, we have romaine.
You got romaine. I have iceberg. And go ahead, when you're ready, just go ahead and chop up a couple good sections of it. Me, I'm going to take probably about a third of this head to start. I'll put my camera back down again so everyone can see.
Chop it from over here.
Yeah, sure.
And we're going to just give it a nice rough chop. We're not doing a chop salad, so we don't want little itty bitty bits of lettuce. We want good strips.
Right, just
They can
one.
see you. Can you guys see me here?
I can see ya. So breaking up my iceberg here.
What am I doing, Mom?
It's not a ton right here, but I'm not making an enormous salad to start to show everybody. I'm making, like a nice little side salad. So that's what I'm going for. And I'm going to grab a bowl. And Grey Wolf confirms that, yes, they see you, Jasper. So thanks, guys, for commenting and being a part of all this and for watching in what is the first ever virtual, almost kind of like tutorial cook-along episode. I don't know what we want to call this, but it's a lot of fun so far. I'm enjoying doing this. I hope you are too, Jasper. It seems like it's
I am. I always look forward to your lives.
Well, I appreciate that, and I always look forward to having your comments in here. And today we get to have them live.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Right. Next pour. I got the lettuce in the bowl.
Lettuce is in the bowl. Okay, did you add it to your dressing bowl or your other bowl?
I'm going to add my dressing to my bowl.
Okay, awesome. I've got my little bowl here, a little bit, and you can just pour it from it. You can use a spoon however you want. I'm going to pour it just straight from my bowl on top a little bit.
Okay.
And I would put it back.
All right.
Now, I've said in some of my episodes before, I like my dressing my salad rather heavily dressed. So I'm not going super light on my dressing here. But I also know this is a very heavy, very flavorful dressing, so I'm not going as heavy as I might with other ones. There. Oh, yeah. It's tangy. It's wonderful. And so I've got some dressing on my salad. I'm going to toss it a little bit with a fork, just like you would. And just kind of gauge it based on looking at it. You've had Caesars before. Everyone watching, I'm sure you've had a Caesar before. Sal, Jasper, you've obviously had Caesar before.
Oh, I love Caesar.
You love Caesar, so go ahead and eyeball it with your dressing to how well you like your Caesars dressed. Caesars, for me, I like to keep it a little lightly dressed because it is a very, very flavorful dressing. So enough that it kind of coats all of these leaves a little bit. So I got a nice coating in here. I'm going to add some extra Parmesan on top of mine because I love. What's up?
It's really good.
It's really good. Oh
really,
man,
really good.
I didn't even taste it yet. I'm lagging behind here. I'm gonna add some of my croutons, which I toasted back up to it.
I got some croutons too.
You made croutons too. Did you use my episode to make them, or did you just make them on your own?
No, we just made them on our own.
That is awesome. See,
we baked
you're another
them.
guy who cooks. And so
I'm going to try it with a crouton.
Graywolf says you've had Caesar a long time ago, but didn't know there was anchovy in it. So Graywolf, there isn't anchovy in all Caesar dressings. Usually just the freshly made Caesar dressing. A lot of commercial ones don't have anchovy in them. So if you look at the ingredients, you can see some do, some don't. But the freshly made ones are usually the ones that do. So Jasper, you said that this is really good.
I promise you, it's very good.
I look forward to trying it as well, and I will.
By the way, there, Grey Wolf, I didn't know that either.
So I'm gonna quit stalling. I'm gonna give it a bite here.
For a while, I didn't know that until recently, like a couple of years ago. That's good.
That is a solid.
That's the spot.
It sure does. So that was super easy, everybody. You can see, I mean, we've only been going for 20 minutes, and we're able, both of us, make a Caesar salad from scratch, dressing and everything. And that includes the mincing up and mashing of those anchovies. So I think this turned out fantastic, and I'm glad you agree.
Me too.
And those homemade croutons are a really nice touch, too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we have accomplished what we set out to accomplish. We've had a fair amount of people jump in and say hello, which is awesome as well. And I'm super glad that, Jasper, you were able to be my first digital guest to cook alongside me.
Thank you so much, Brett. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for jumping on. I'm really glad you were able to do this. And thank you to your mom as well for helping out and being a part of this as well.
My pleasure.
Thank you guys so much. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap up?
I don't think so. Thanks for joining, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and
you got my back.
More in the future.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Jasper, and thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, everybody, some guy who cooks out. Jasper, huzzah! One more time for you.
Huzzah! Out.
Take it easy, everyone.